Good morning, friends. Welcome in. Good afternoon, good evening as well to everyone that is popping in. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Cookie. Happy Sunday as well. Hi, Ginger Tea. Welcome in to Scooter as well. Hi to Psych Ward. Scat, as always. We got Thrash with us. We got Mary in here, as well as Greek. Greek's wondering what they're gonna cook today for Father's Day. Hello to White Rose as well. And, Jahan, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub. That is much appreciated. First in this morning. Thank you very much for that.
Welcome in.
I'm really loud on my side. Oh, yeah. You're doing okay, just recovering from fainting. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hope you get on the mend, on the up and up. That's never all right. Hello, Tika Stella. Hi, friends. As well as Misty. Yeah, welcome. We are doing good so far this morning. The sun's shining, the sky is blue. Both had like pretty good sleeps, I would say. Not like the most amazing, but we're feeling good. Oh, your wife's trying to get ideas? Hi, Jiggles. Hi. And Master of Splits. Yeah, our ex, bud. How many different scenarios can we come up with here? Thanks for the follow as well, right, White Rose. So what should Greek's wife make today? Something other than Indian food.
Ribs.
Sam says make ribs. She was thinking Middle Eastern. That would be nice today because it's so hot, right? Middle Eastern stuff is not too heavy. Why don't you do like a souvlaki? That's pretty easy to do. A little bit of chicken. That's always yummy. One of my favorite Middle Eastern things.
It's easy to marinate.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we're gonna do couples cooking today on stream. I don't know if this has ever been done before on Twitch, but 1 year ago, we got married on Twitch due to COVID. So here we are. 1 year later, we made it, guys. We made it through the first year of marriage. Please don't ask about any pro tips, because I got nothing. I got nothing. And yeah, thanks, Cookie. Thanks, friends. And everyone who was there with us last year, much appreciated. And it's also the first day of summer. Oh my gosh, Tom, hi. Such a great day then. I honestly love summertime so much, so perfect. Yeah, pro tip, how to make it through the first year, Alex? Remodel a kitchen together. If you can't make it through that, well then we got questions, right? Oh, was there a cake frozen and will it be eaten today? We have 0 cake. Sammy actually was just asking me. He's like, do I have to take you for a special ice cream or something later today? But we're actually heading into town tomorrow to see my grandparents kind of a second last time. We got to bring Sammy for his last massage to hopefully fix his leg. So I was like, I'll just have my ice cream tomorrow. Just do it all in one trip. And yes, Mary, sorry if you didn't see my reply in the Discord. You can 100% use those cooked juices from your ribs to inject the pork shoulder. The only thing is just give it a taste. You might have to up the potency on the seasoning of it for the injection because usually it's quite potent. That's it. That's all I got. But you never know if you don't try, right? Both Sam and I thought that sounded really good. Hey, don't even start yet, please.
Oh, okay.
Stop it. This is couples cooking, not one person and the other person talking. Thank you. We've not even gone over the recipes yet today or even made a prep list. Hi, Kimmers. Right, Cookie? This is not a cook with Sammy. It's not a race. Okay, so menu for today. This one. He always needs discipline, let me tell you. Okay, so we have our rack of lambs here. They're not local, sad to say. Please don't hate on me for that, but New Zealand spring lamb, and it's a Frenched rack. So that's what you wanna look for if you wanna cook up what we're doing today. Price point on this, we had these in the freezer for a bit. So each rack is about $12 or $13. And I mean, depending on how much meat you eat, one rack will be more than enough for one person. So sometimes people even just split it in half and share the rack. A little bit smaller portion, maybe like 3 to 4 ounces of meat if you split it. But we're gonna cook both up today, and then Paul's gonna have a little plate from whatever we don't have. So there's our lamb racks. So we'll open those up a little bit later, because we're just going through the menu right now. We're gonna crust that with a coffee sort of rub, which has already been made up. What's in here all, Sam? So it's coffee, star anise, I see coriander, chilies, salt, kind of like a Indian sort of flavoring on that. And yeah, you just take your coffee grounds, blend it with some spices. Hi Josh, how are you doing, dude? Yeah, PS, sup. And also, yes, you have to come back in frame. He needs to see if you shaved. So the other week I was trimming his hair. I'm the pro barber over here. And he asked to make the beard the same length as the hair, Josh. So I was like, are you sure about this? I had to like make him sign a disclaimer. Yeah, what a handsome man, right? And plus it cools them down for the summertime too. Okay, so coffee crusted rack of lamb. We'll show you how to crust it up, how to roast it. We're just gonna do everything in the oven, pan roasted today. And going with that, so risotto, another kind of challenging dish to cook, right? With chanterelle mushrooms that our good friend Zach kind of pre-foraged for us. And all I did, I sous vide them just with some butter. And they're the really nice small ones, so it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm taking charge. Do you expect anything else though? And then going with that, I just have some extra carrots in the fridge. So roasted carrots are primo with lamb. I'll go pick a couple of really nice greens from the garden to pop some color and freshness on the plate. And then we have a date and mango chutney to bring everything together. First though, thank you very much, Brown, for the 5 months together. Yeah, thank you, actually. Love the stream and all that we do. Love that you spend your time here with us, and hopefully we taught you something along the way.
It was a year ago I shaved the beard off for the wedding.
Okay, that's it, yeah. And the chutney is already made up. Sammy will explain that a little bit later when we get into it.
Oh, there's a video on YouTube that we did it.
And hi to Mish, hope you're doing good. Catching up on chat. Hello to DN Prouder. Yeah, I love risotto. So Josh is asking, coffee crusted lamb is very interesting. What's the deal with the coffee being too bitter? Does it not happen? I've never found it to be too bitter. This is like one of Sam's awesome lamb dishes that he makes all the time. I almost always request it. I think the thing that you want to go with is, yeah, we used a more like medium roast on the beans so that they're not as bitter. And that seems to do it. And then we also blended it, like I said, with some spices, so it kind of cuts through that coffee flavor. And then the other reason why we're doing the coffee with the lamb, so strong flavors go well together, right? So the lamb, because of its gaminess, will kind of complement the strong flavor of the coffee. You could also do it with beef, but I don't recommend doing like coffee crusted pork or even chicken. It just would not go good together. Grounds that have not been brewed. And yeah, obviously if you can grind them fresh yourself, like buy the whole bean and then grind it fresh when you're gonna make the rub. Should end up with some tasty, tasty things. Okay, so that's the menu, and then I linked lots of great recipes to go along with our entire meal today, and they're all from Serious Eats. Why? Because they explain everything so well. Most of the time when I use Serious Eats recipes, they don't do anything different than what I would want to do. What am I drinking with that? Funny you asked, Prouder. I actually, because we're packing up, right? So a bit ago, I can't remember how many years, if it was last year or the year before when we moved here, I made some blackberry liqueur because blackberries grow wild here. So I went and foraged them, and then I think I mixed it with gin And then this has just been like sitting. So I was gonna make like a little blackberry spritzer to sip on while we're cooking. Oh, Sammy found the YouTube for the link last time we did this dish. So if you wanna see exactly how we did the coffee crust, as well as the date and mango chutney, for sure, pop that link up and you'll see what you need to do. Oh. Nice, Mary.
Beans are good.
Hubby wants you to make the beans we did yesterday. They're so good and so easy.
Caitlin made exactly 5 liters. There was enough for 2 spoonfuls for each of us.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, blackberries are so good. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do today, what are we starting with?
I'd probably get all the mirepoix stuff done for the risotto or whatever you want to put into it.
Okay, so we're gonna start with kind of prepping the risotto things. For that, Sammy already got 1/2 onion. Come on over here. And then obviously we need arborio. Just move this so you can see the name of it. Arborio rice is what we want. A short grain rice to make risotto. There's a couple other varieties that you can look for that are a bit more expensive, but they are nice, right? Whenever you buy something more expensive, it's better. Hello to Gatanoob. And thank you very much for the raid. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What did you get up to on your stream today? Feel free to share. Okay, so risotto, let's put that on the list. Prep up our onion. When we're making risotto, we want to match the size of kind of anything we're putting in, especially for like the broth or sauce base, to the size of the rice kernel, as close as you can. Are we just doing onion or we want a bit of garlic too? So we'll do a bit of garlic as well, just minced in there. And then obviously we have our rice. Remember, everyone that was in stream yesterday, we have a big pot of stock brewing. So for the risotto, we're just gonna pull from that broth. It's a mixed like beef and pork broth, but that will go really nice with the lamb and with the mushrooms in the risotto. So mark down broth. Oh yes, and duck, it's true. Hello, J-Kiv, welcome.
Is that the only piece of garlic we have?
And thank you very much, Gatanoob, for the follow. Yeah, it'll be good. That's all the garlic, Sam. Oh, I thought I left a little bit more, maybe not. Tough times here, chat. Tough times.
No wine, no garlic. Make a risotto.
Okay, I'm actually gonna pop up the recipes that I linked for you just to see if they put anything else in the rizzo. One little note on our risotto today, since we used all the wine in the bolognese, we're gonna do beer for the deglaze. Can't be bad, right? It can't be bad. So mushroom risotto. Let us not forget a mass amount of butter, as well as we always put the cheese in. Typically something quite salty and aged, so Parmesan is what we're gonna use today. It's so fun actually, Scooter. It's a good little challenge trying to come up with dishes to clear out the pantry, the fridge, and the freezer before we go. Okay, so that's the risotto stuff. Onion, garlic. If you want herbs, you can. Rice, broth, beer, butter, cheese.
Our Parmesan comes from there.
Oh yeah, our Parmesan, the 30-month aged one. They have like a whole fancy little thing that we can read up and learn together. We'll get into that when we do the cheese. Okay, after that, so for the lamb, because I've not really ever done this lamb dish, it's more Sam's. If we crust it earlier, will it come off?
I do.
Kind of last? Okay.
Yeah.
So carrying on then, we'll prep up our carrots for roasting in the oven. We'll show you how to cut them, maybe a little bit more fancy way. Yeah, do a good bunch of the carrots for us because I love munching on them even after they've been roasted and they're cold. Such a good fridge snack. So that, and then the size that we're gonna cut the carrots, they should roast up within 20 minutes or so. So it should have around the same cook time as the lamb, right? So that everything turns out, comes out of the oven at the same time, nice and hot. Parm is not parm if it isn't from a specific area of Italy. 100% Greek. Yeah, I actually learned a little bit when I was reading through that. And then we will roast the carrots. So I think we'll have the oven at, we like to do 400 Fahrenheit for the lamb as well. So 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then at that temp, we should be able to get a little bit of caramelization on the outside of the carrots too. And then after that, our lamb. So I'll just put crust. We'll sear it in the pan so that the crust adheres and then it finishes in the oven.
Well, why don't you just do the Traeger if it's going to get hot as hell today? Then
Yeah, we can do the oven outside.
Sear off the lamb in here. So
Yep.
the frying pan, just
Totally.
sit outside.
Totally, Sam. That sounds great. And then lastly, just our chutney. And we could, like, once the lamb is out of the pan that we roasted in, we could take some of the stock and do like a little deglaze to have lamb sort of jus if we want as well. Okay, I'm just gonna pop my hair up and then away we go. Yeah, very serious cooking. And thank you for redeeming drink because it is quite warm today. For you, Mr. Design, you do 325 Fahrenheit, a bit of sugar and pepper, butter, let it sit for 20 to 30. That's more so restaurant style. That's quite a low temp though. I like to get my carrots caramelized because they get such a nice flavor that way. So Sammy's doing knife skills with all y'all. So he's doing nice fine dice on the onion. Yeah, we're doing really good, Cookie. Like, we keep looking in the fridge. And it just keeps getting emptier and emptier. I said this morning to Sam, I was like, if this was any other time, I would have a very worried, almost panicked feeling because of how empty everything is. Ah, makes it so it doesn't harden during the high heat cooking. Nice. Is the food almost gone? Almost. Almost.
We still got some food for people to pick up.
Yeah, Paul generously volunteered to clear out whatever else we needed clearing. Yeah, Sleepy A, click on all of those recipes. I'm actually going to kind of read through right now with everyone as we do this. It's wonderful. Maybe I'm even going to just leave Sam here to cut his veg. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. So most of you don't see Sam a lot on stream. He's actually got more experience in restaurant kitchens than I do. About 5 years worth. So yeah, don't sleep on his skills. He's a powerhouse in the kitchen. And thank you so much, Suki. Love you. Hope you're having a great day. All right, so mushroom risotto recipe. They say why this works. A combination of fresh mushrooms and dried mushroom infused stock, which we're not actually gonna do because we don't have to. We got fancy mushrooms, deliver intense mushroom flavor to the rice. They add soy sauce and miso to bring out rich, savory character of the mushrooms. Okay, they really get into this risotto here. If anyone actually follows this recipe for the risotto, please let me know. Because it seems like a bit too much. I'm sure it turns out great though. They wash the rice with the stock to create the starchy liquid. That does make sense. So here's what they say. Risotto has a reputation for being time consuming and finicky. Like most of the time, if you talk to someone about risotto, they're usually like, yeah, you have to stand there for like half an hour just stirring. I don't think that's the case. So Serious Eats says they tested basic risotto techniques, found a way to get the perfect risotto without constant stirring. Woohoo! The result is a straightforward, foolproof technique that yields creamy rice and tender browned mushrooms. And then they also give you a pressure cooker take on risotto. So anyone that has pressure cookers at home, maybe look into that. Sammy's got the skills to pay the bills. Oh, what is this cut called? Oblique? So Sammy's cutting the carrots an oblique style cut. This is like very much restaurant style. where they have a bunch of different edges. And still with this shape, about 20 minutes in a nice hot 400-degree Fahrenheit oven, and those will still have a nice little bite in the center. I don't like mushy carrots. And hi, Prue Rube. Yeah, today's food is a little bit fancy. We're cooking our own anniversary meal. And thanks for the big screen, Mary. So next one, how to roast carrots. That's a good recipe too. Some of these things, like some of the things in the recipes, I can see why people feel like it's very daunting to make stuff at home, because they do make it very confusing. Like there's steps in there that I wouldn't even take just because it's a waste of time. Okay, good job, Sam. We're already crossing stuff off the list. How was the wedding night meal last year? Oh, Cookie. Look at Sam's face. Mine was like pretty good. Let's look back in the photos 1 year ago, and I'll show you what we ate. Sammy tried a burger. And hi, FCB. Hi, AFK. Welcome, welcome, friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I only got one photo. Maybe Sam had the rest. So like this was my favorite part of the meal, was the charcuterie plate, or it was like a homemade pate with fruit crackers and like a bit of gastrique and some greens. And then I had my Negroni. But yeah, honestly, the rest of it was like mediocre. The best part about the dinner had to be the view. Oh my gosh, bless you. That was aggressive. So this was at least, yeah, the plating was super nice. That was the view though, like it was the restaurant slash lodge, let's say. It was way, way up on a mountain. So beautiful. But yeah, Sammy had a burger. I don't even recall what I had, if I'm being honest. And then there's us, for anyone that wants to see us. Oh. Dochi! It was so rainy, yeah, 1 year ago. Rainy wedding. Hi, Dust. How are you doing? So Sammy's already crusting the lamb. Look at this. Because the racks are already Frenched, which just means they cut away and clean off the top part of the bone, it makes it so easy. And Sam already put salt in the crust. If we find it needs a little bit more salt later, we can always do a little finishing salt, right? Oh, thanks, AFK. And thank you so much, Dust Pirate. So good to see you today, dude. Yeah, save all of those recipes. Save them all. We're actually going to go over, while Sam's doing this, a little bit of lamb cookery. There's a really good link there for you. You remember the day, Suki? Woke up, found out you were going to a virtual wedding in your pajamas. Yeah, I remember you saying that. You were the one that was like, this was the first ever wedding I got to attend in my pajamas. And we're not actually upset. Greek, use finishing salt to cook with, because screw it, you only live once and I don't like iodized salt. You're really living it up, Greek. What can I say? I mean, you don't have to use finishing salt to cook with. There's lots of other good kosher salts and natural sea salts out there. But hey, if you can afford it, live your best life, man. So Sammy's already going to the cooking stage. Let's switch on up. So we're gonna start the risotto in this pan. I'm just gonna turn this again for us. Okay. Let this bubble up. I don't even know what happened. Oh, I just maybe touched the stock pot or something. And what do we want in the pan? Some butter to start?
Yeah.
Butter in the pan for risotto, or duck fat? Anything better than just oil, right?
Yeah.
Really want to go for flavor here. And so we always start the risotto by sauteing the onions, but we don't actually put any color on them. So there's so many times when we're cooking, I'm like, okay, you get the best flavor when you put the color on it. But that's not the case for risotto. We don't want to brown the onions because then that's going to just not give us the color that we want to end up with here.
No brown town for risotto.
The onions should be just nice and translucent and look very similar to the rice. So something like that should be good. Are we using all of those rice kernels today?
Yes, ma'am.
It's about 2 cups worth. I'll pour that out and see what we're working with. Thank you very much, Sleepy A. Oh, Whistler salt, nice. Oh, the Vancouver Island flake salt. I think I have some of that. Nice one, Greek. This one. I actually really love this stuff. I need to start using it more. The Canadian sea salt.
Use it today.
We can use it today. Do we often prepare glazed vegetables, Fides? And good to see you, Fides. It's been a bit. Do you like glazed vegetables? I like glazed vegetables for sure. It's like a super kind of old school way of doing stuff, like very much so restaurant style of finishing veggies. What's up? Oh, careful. Careful, careful. Classic words in the kitchen with Sammy. Careful, careful. So yeah, glazed veggies are quite simple to do. You can even do it with like a roasted veg in a pan after it's roasted. As simple as using some butter and some sort of sweetener, whether it's honey, maple syrup, sugar, whatever you're really feeling. And once you have the veggies cooked, toss them around in the pan until it starts to get coated and away you go. Do we ever use freeze-dried onions, Mary? Not freeze-dried. I have like some onion flakes dried for spices that we use in certain rubs and stuff, but I don't often cook with it. Just gifted some awesome Icelandic salt from a beautiful, wonderful, amazing human being. Oh, you haven't used it then yet, hey, Kathy? So cool. So yeah, we have our 2 cups of arborio rice kernels here. So that's gonna make a good amount of risotto. But like I said, our friend Paul, this is his last meal, remember. This is execution day. That's how he put it to us. Cheers, Daff, all the way up to the Sammy view. So good. Okay, butter's getting hot. We're ready for the onions. I'm gonna do the transfer. And then it'll take maybe about 5 minutes because they're cut quite fine, right? Oh, and the garlic mince was in there too, right? Okay. The smallest little garlic clove ever.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Green Box. That's my mother-in-law. And thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna call you guys after this, after we have our lunchy. Why do the restaurants choose to glaze the vegetables? I think because of mostly flavor. And then it also puts that nice kind of sheen and coating on the vegetables. So it looks really nice on the plate too. Let's stir this up so it gets evenly coated. I mean, not as perfect knife cuts as I would do, but it's okay.
Oh, there's some big ones coming out?
Yeah,
Oh.
well, that's why I said it's not a race.
I wasn't racing.
Yeah, you are.
I what?
Sounds like I'm racing so I can watch the race.
No, I'm racing so I can spend my wonderful day with you.
Yeah, okay, good one.
What?
I know.
I like spending every day with you.
Yeah. Oh no, AFK? Like a pot like this? How did you destroy it?
So if it's just stained, use Barkeeper's Friend. And
Yeah,
it should come
I'm
out.
getting it. Old Faithful. This should help. This should help, Kathy. Barkeeper's Friend. Like, we don't even get this in Canada. I had to special order from Amazon. That works on the inside enamel. It works on the outside as well if your like bottoms get really dark. And I just use it with my green scrubby. And that way you don't scratch anything. Oh yeah, the race is just waiting for us, Greek. It's a-okay. I'm just bugging. We're being silly. Having fun.
She's bugging and mean mugging.
And J Effect, thank you very much as well for the 5 months together.
Do we wanna
Hope you're
do
having a great day.
Butter and stuff for this, or what are we doing with this?
The veggies. So the lamb's gonna be done in the red pan.
Yeah.
You wanna do the carrots in the blue pan?
Blue or sheep pan, one of the two.
Or a sheet pan? Wanna just toss them to coat and get them roasted?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna move the lamb out for now.
I'm in the fridge for now. I don't know.
You didn't know it worked on the enamel finish? Yeah, go like kind of light when you first start scrubbing, but it does a pretty good thing. That's for the lamb. Why did they pull the product off of the shelves in Canada? I didn't even know that it existed in Canada before. The talcum powder, maybe Greek, maybe. Okay, so those are getting
They're good.
slightly cooked down, a few more minutes. So I'm just gonna tear some parchment to cover this pan, and then we can season the carrots together. Should we do some thyme roasted carrots? That'll be nummy. Hi, Bonk. Yeah, happy anniversary, happy summer solstice, as well as happy Father's Day to any dads out there. Whether you're a dad to a human or an animal, it all counts. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks so much. Okay, just real quick. Actually, I'll go grab the thyme since we're almost ready for toasting the rice there. And then we just need our can of beer for the glaze. A beer risotto? I think the Italians might be swearing at me a bit, but it's okay. Powdered toast. Yeah, lamb rack, chanterelle, and risotto, 4 of my favorite words. Bonk, hope you had a wonderful little party yesterday. Saw some of the photos you posted on the Book of Faces. Looked like fun. They used to have it, Greek, when you first got to Canada, and then one day it just disappeared. Crazy. Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, hold tight. I'm just going to grab our thyme for the carrots. The birdies are so happy today. What? A little bit more. Got it. Got it. Still no rice toasting? Phew, I made it. I made it back in time. He cracked the beer. Is it good?
Yeah.
That's good. Bonk. Wish the girls would have gotten ready quicker so you would have had a bit more time. Hilarious. Isn't that always the case? We'll be ready in 5 minutes. Like half an hour later. Just 5 more minutes.
Please.
Yeah, instead of hovering, that's the thing, because you know if you hover, it just takes longer.
It's true.
Works like opposite. Thank you, FCB, for the 1,550 biddies going towards our food truck fund. And friends, even my parents were commenting. They're like, you're over your halfway goal in the food truck fund? Unreal. 6 months into the year, halfway through the goal. We are an unstoppable force, our kitchen crew. Yeah, just 5 more minutes. Mary, thank you as well for the 200. Yeah, makeup? What's that? What is that? Okay, so to show you what I'm working on here, picked all the thyme off of the stem. Now I'm gonna chop it up nice and fine. And then we'll toss the carrots to coat in here with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and the herbs. And then we'll lay it all out on the sheet pan. Olive oil, salt and pepper, and the herbs. We got a double Kate in here. That was kind of creepy. The Kate clone has arrived. Yeah, mark up? Is that how you edit videos or photos? The markup. Oh, Sammy. Look at this. Cook with Kate's even gifting subs to the channel?
Today, yeah.
Hands free even.
You want to do these with the beer first?
Huh?
Do these with beer first?
Deglaze with the beer first? No, we do the rice toasting first and then deglaze, Sam. Okay, welcome to the crew. We got Grooks, Ginger Tea. I'm just gonna switch the scene. Creep Tumor, Westward Dreamer, and Taco Pita. Welcome, welcome. How does she do it? Never underestimate the power of your brain. Hi, Faye. Yeah, onions are almost there. You really want them to be looking translucent, otherwise they do stay a bit crunchy in the risotto if you don't cook them enough. It's magic. It's magical. 5 new peeps to the kitchen crew. You're very welcome, Ginger Tea. Aw, Dust. 365, 1 bit for each day of the year.
Aww.
Thanks so much, Dust Pirate. And thanks for the hype train already as well, friends. Sammy, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Okay, we also got some browning action just with the butter happening. So now it's time for the rice. Ready? Okay. Pour all of the arborio rice kernels in, and then we want to keep this stirring. And then you'll also notice that the rice kernels, when they start getting soaked up with the butter, kind of go translucent as well. So that's what we're looking for here. So we're just toasting the kernels, getting them prepared to start accepting our liquid. So the first liquid we're gonna add to this pan is gonna be some beer just for deglaze. And then we have to work on getting a little bit of this stock out of the pot for us. Holy Kimmers! Thank you for the 500, as well as Mythical Suki for the 400. And yeah, we'll be streaming during the week while we're packing, stuff like that. We won't leave you guys out of anything. Okay, I'm just getting set up for myself. Sammy, you can't go far.
You need water?
Bring it over then. I need a fine mesh strainer and a little pot with a ladle. Don't you know it's risotto time? It's never been more serious. Oh, everyone gets to see inside of the pot. So that's how that stock is looking. I skimmed off of the top of this stock pot yesterday before bed over a liter, like 1.5 liters of just pure beef fat. Are you gonna just ladle from there in the strainer? Okay, I thought maybe you'd just get a bunch into a pot strain, but that's okay. All right, I think I'm ready for the deglaze.
Okay.
Are we ready? Holy FCB! Thank you for the 1,000 bits as well. You guys are crushing us with all of the love today. We are. Where is your patience?
I want to see what happens.
For what, the beer?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Beer mushroom risotto.
Should work.
The most fancy, non-fancy.
There should be less sugars in this than wine. So
True. So we just let the beer cook out a touch, and then we can see the little bit of brown bits that were on the bottom are gone. And now we're gonna turn this right down to like a medium-low heat. And now what we're gonna do to start cooking the rice, just gonna get it in one nice even layer. We're just gonna start adding in some broth. A couple ladlefuls at a time. You choose what broth works for you. All I'm gonna say is please don't use water ever.
Please.
Anything other than water. Even veg broth would be delicious in this. So now, because the rice kind of wants to stick to the bottom of the pot, we just give that a stir. And then we only want to see a few little simmering bubbles right in the center. So dial in your heat. I think I'm just gonna go nice and low, and then we just watch that for the liquid to start cooking down. When you start seeing the rice being outside of the liquid, you ladle in a little bit more broth. So yes, this whole process will take about 20 minutes, but you don't have to be constantly stirring. The only time I usually stir my risotto is when I add the broth like that, and then I just push it back down into one nice even layer. 300 degrees outside on the oven, perfect. Okay, so while that's simmering, come back over and we'll finish the carrots together.
This is a very 20-20-20 dish. 20 minutes for the starch, 20 minutes for the vegetables, 20 minutes for the protein.
Yeah.
So if you have everything ready, it should only take you 20 minutes to cook.
20-20-20, Sammy says. I'm just gonna put all of the herbs in here. I think it's gonna be so good. A very dad style risotto beer.
Yeah.
Okay, just grab in some extra virgin olive oil for the carrots. Yeah, not traditional at all, Greek. Good amount of olive oil to coat them so that they don't dry out, and then the oil also helps the carrots brown up. Yeah,
Risotto.
Dad Zoto. Something I can get behind. So now I'm just gonna toss this with my hands to coat, and then once it's laid out, we can sprinkle salt and pepper evenly. I'm gonna use the VI salt on the carrots. Look how that just coated it. And I'm gonna scoop out all of that extra thyme infused oil now. Don't waste any of that goodness.
Big containers ready to go for today.
And now we spread it out in one nice even layer so that it roasts properly. If we keep it piled up in the oven, well, it's not really gonna roast, it's gonna steam. And then, yeah, it just won't cook evenly either. And if you can get a little bit of space in between the veggies, that also helps the caramelization process.
I think we're ready for another scoop of.
Ready for another scoop? Perfect. Let me just wash my hands. Yeah, we don't often drink either Greek. That's why I still have blackberry liqueur from like years ago that I made especially. So most of the time, if we have alcohol in the house, it's been used for cooking. Like I always usually have 2 big bottles of wine, 1 white, 1 red. Okay, gonna quickly switch over so you can see how this is looking. So the rice was just peeking out of the top. Looked like it was getting a bit dry. Sammy just added 2 more ladlefuls. You can see how it kind of wants to stick as it's cooking. So now we just give it a nice little stir and let her keep simmering. And then near the end, like maybe the last 10 minutes or so, that's when we can add our chanterelle. Thanks so much, friends, for the amazing hype train. Everyone off the train? And we even got a new emote. Yes. What is it? Isn't it another pupper one? Hype beard? That's for you, Sammy. Oh, cute. Little doggo. We're doing good, Master of Splits. Okay, so check this out. These are chanterelle mushrooms, and we're gonna add them with the juices in there. So we'll add those at a point where we need liquid in the pot.
Probably the next one.
Yeah, not, or you think the next time we add liquid, it'll be these? Okay. And so these I just pasteurized in the sous vide, just to preserve them during the season. And then I freeze them nice and flat in the bag.
Amazing anniversary dinner.
I would love to. Yeah, Master of Splits. Dinner at Joe Forte's, I am in. That'd be an amazing anniversary dinner. And Relic, good to see you. How's the weekend going? We've missed you a bit. Okay, mushies can go over here. And then while that's still simmering, come back. We'll finish our carrots again. So just seasoning now, using a bit of Canadian sea salt. And so far we just have olive oil and chopped thyme. Hi, Hot Carl, welcome in. It's going great, that's awesome to hear. This salt is like, it feels very different. It's got a different like weight and clump to it. It's almost got like a bit of moisture inside still. Very interesting. It's like almost sandy feeling. And because I'm not super familiar with this grain of salt, I'm gonna kind of play it safe. Because a lot of people don't know that like different grains of salt have different variations or like different heaviness of how salty it makes stuff. The finer your salt granule, the more salty it will be. The more flaked your salt granule, the more delicate flavor you'll have. I don't like that pepper, it's too coarse, so I'm just gonna grind it from the grinder. Hi Rolo and Cabri as well. Hello. Holy, I was gonna ask Relic if you're doing anything fancy for Father's Day. Steak and lobster night. Live it up.
Yeah, King Crab and Annie's.
Okay, carrots are complete. So like I said, these will take about 20 minutes to roast through at, what did we do? 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Tojo's OT on the patio? Oh, I don't know if I've ever been there before, Greek. What's Tojo's? Oh, I might have a little pepper sneeze. Just a sec. Holy, that was aggressive. Okay, so this is cooking down a bit again. You can see how it's getting thick. It's time for some more liquid. And Sammy's got the lamb pan heating up with some grapeseed oil. So the lamb's already been crusted. How did he even safely pour out of here?
Did you not want to put the mushrooms in next?
I'm putting a bit in. The rice still has a ways to cook.
No, just the juice from the mushrooms.
Oh.
Just so it's not the last thing that goes in. Thank you very much, Relic, for the 100 biddies.
I'll do it the next one then. Thank you, Relic, and hi, Vune. How are you doing? As well as hi, Eric. And thank you so much, Eric. How are your pipes? You disappeared at stream yesterday,
just
which
disappeared.
was expected. Hopefully everything turned out great. What herbs did we use on the carrots, Faye? We just used thyme. Some chopped thyme on the carrots. Don't ask.
Oh, no.
Why?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Vune. Okay, sending you love and healing vibes as well to anyone else that needs it today through the interwebs. You're feeling sick, you got your second shot yesterday. It's taking you down, hey? That's what we've heard from quite a few people, actually. Okay, I'm gonna straighten that out now. So lamb is going down into the pan. First crusted side, fat cap down is how we have it. So you should see the underside of the rack. And right now, we're just working on searing the lamb, which means we're creating a crust that's gonna be caramelized, and it also helps the coffee crust or the coffee rub stick onto the meat better. Ran into an issue, Eric, getting the top muffler off. Gonna let the shop do it, but at least you tried. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? At least you tried. Yeah, 34 degrees as well there today, Vune. Oh, no. We'll keep you in our thoughts, Vune. Okay, I'm gonna give this a stir. Just because I want to. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
See how it's looking more and more creamy as it keeps cooking? It's exactly what we want. I'm also gonna strain in a bit of mushroom juice. So all Sam's doing is getting the top part of the lamb browned off.
See that just a little bit cooked ring? Long one.
And then the rest of that will be finished in the Traeger. Is it just cooks more evenly that way, rather than doing it all on the stovetop? Yeah, right, Vune. Sick as you might be, didn't want to miss the last official cooking stream in this kitchen. So soon. 10 days from today, we're on the road. Absolutely amazing.
No, 9 days.
Or yeah, 9 days from today, we're on the road early in the morning. So we'll be doing up some packing next week. And I mean, obviously we still have to eat. So we'll be doing just more simple sort of meals, working on still clearing out the fridge and the pantry, all of the goodness. It's quite bittersweet, isn't it, everyone? Happy we could be here together. And Miss Margaret Maker, thank you for the 2 months in a row together, being part of the crew.
Those 2 racks.
Look at that. So 2 racks of lamb, just quickly seared to adhere that coffee crust. If we look at how this looks, there's just a little bit of a cooked ring around the outside. And then we have it popped up on a rack on a sheet pan, so we get nice, even heat circulation all around too. So Sammy's bringing the carrots and the lamb out to the 400-degree Fahrenheit oven. What? It is set up? Oh, frick. Look at this. We did it all. Hey, let's go on out. Yeah, time keeps on ticking, ticking. Yeah, right, Relic? This is exactly where we got married. It's true.
That's right.
Same location. So we will be checking that lamb kind of every 5 minutes or so. Every 5 minutes. 10 minutes you're checking it?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 minutes, Sammy says he'll check it. So come back on in. We crushed this list. While we're waiting on the risotto to finish cooking, I'm gonna get the Parmesan cheese out. We can have a little parm chat. Lovely. Learning a little bit today. So this is the wrapper that the parm came in. Fanciest parm we both admitted that we've ever had. It was aged 30 months. I'll show you. I don't know, Vion. Thank you for that. And then this is how it came packed, just vacuum sealed in the bag. But if we look at it, like look at how dry and crumbly the parm looks. So the more you age the cheese, the drier and more condensed the flavor becomes. And that's when you start to get the little salt crystals in there. So very nice piece of cheese. It's like when you eat it, you have to close your eyes almost because it just tastes so good. So they say, congratulations. I love how they say that. I'm actually just gonna switch this right now while we're chatting. This Parmiso brand, Parmigiano Reggiano, aged 30 months, is a connoisseur's Parmigiano Reggiano. That's why we want to talk to you about some important information on this extraordinary cheese. So how to taste it, they say. 30 months aged parm has a bold and spicy taste with the aroma of spices and dried fruit and has a granular and crumbly texture. Thanks to its characteristics, it is great eaten on its own or as an aperitif and is equally delicious at the end of a meal. Here are some classic combos for tasting this extraordinary cheese. A sliver of 30-month aged Parmiso is great accompanied with a few drops of balsamic vinegar of Modena, a bit of fruit mustard, drizzled with some honey or some dried fruits and nuts. And they say to complete the tasting, we recommend combining with Italian regional wines like Lambrusco, Malvasia, or the great Italian red wines Brunello or Sangiovese, which are both such nice red wines, like some of my favorite, but a bit pricey, I will say. I know, the Lambrusco is sugary, right? It would be good to have with the fruit and nuts, though. It has to be the legit real deal. Yeah, Parmigiano Reggiano, it's a protected name, you're right. So here, now we're getting into the history and the origin. So you can see the region where it comes from, a very specific region in the boot of Italy. No part of that region hits the coast either. So Parmigiano Reggiano has been produced since the 1300s. And for more than 9 centuries, the simple ingredients have remained the same. Milk, salt, and rennet with no preservatives or additives. Every day, over 4,000 farms produce fine milk that more than 400 handcrafted dairies transform into wheels of approximately 84 pounds. So each wheel of parm is 84 pounds. That's not light. So that's what this gets cut out of, right? And then age them for a minimum of 12 months. A minimum. The result is the spectacular king of cheeses. So it's produced in a very limited area of northern Italy, only in the provinces of Parma, Reggio Emilia, Modena, Bologna, and Mantova. So for this reason, Parmigiano Reggiano is a DOP cheese, meaning that it comes from a protected designation of origin production area. So yeah, if you have Parmigiano Reggiano, it is the legit deal. Anything other than that, like just Parmesan cheese in North America, it's not even coming from Italy. Because why? Italians keep all the good stuff for themselves. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, such cool packaging. So that's why I saved that. So now I can finally put that into the recycling. And so for this amount is 0.73 kilos, so 730 grams was only $19.70. That's really not bad, because this will last us quite a long time. Sammy's been watching the Rizzo still?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So good cheese chat. And yeah, the bacteria, exactly. That's what gives it the specific flavor. That'd be cool, Rolo. Welcome in as well, Janitor Joe. So back to it. Oh, now I'll turn this again since we got the stock back on. I'll finish this.
Yeah.
Or we need just a little bit more. And first, I'm gonna put the mushrooms in the pot, our chanterelle. Oh, the cave age was kind of dry. How long was it aged for, Eric? Like, I find anything aged over 2 years starts to get pretty crystalline dry. So these chanterelle mushrooms were already par-cooked and pasteurized. So now we're just letting them kind of marry up with the rest of the risotto while it finishes up. Definitely need a little bit more broth though. We'll get some more of that in there, but we're getting close. We are getting close. Do like a ladle and a half. Please focus. Thank you. The sauce pot is also getting quite full. Oh, good one. So see how I push it back down into one nice even layer, and then I'm gonna take a little spoon and we can try the rice kernel at this time and see about how much more cooking we think it'll need. It's like 70% of the way there. And that is very tasty.
Got 2 minutes till we check the carrots and the
That's deadly. That's really good. The beer tastes delicious, and that stock has some really nice flavor to it. That's all we really want to see is like 4 or 5 little bubbles coming up from the pot. Yeah, take those notes, friends. Relic saying, I have a real cheese problem. Can't keep away from it. Me too. Okay, I'm gonna put the onion away, the butter. Timer should be going off momentarily for checking that stuff out there, hey?
Is that 2 minutes?
Okay. Sorry, I'm just excited. I'm in risotto land.
You even acknowledged. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a cheese problem, right?
I have a cheese problem. It can't stay in my fridge long enough.
Yeah. You're not that tall, dear.
Well, not anymore.
Perfect.
I was standing there.
Perfect. Even it out a bit. Yeah, that's a problem. Where does all the cheese keep going? We're gonna kill Paul today. Okay, Sammy says, let's go. We're going outside. Hold tight. Hold on to your seat. We're checking on the lamb and the carrots. Holy, it's hot out here. Wow, wow, wow. We did good keeping it cool inside. Giving them a toss. Oh, those are looking really nice. And the lamb, give a little, you want to rotate or not even? A little rotation. Oh, it's starting to glisten. Some of the fat is getting cooked out. That's what we want to see. Sam is 5'11". Back to here. So what are we thinking? Another 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Do I gotta set the timer?
No.
Okay.
Hey Siri. 10 minutes timer.
Okay. 10 minutes are counting.
Yeah, you were off. He looks taller than he is. I mean, I'm 5'4".
What do you mean I look taller than I am? I'm just as tall as I am.
I don't know.
You're fine.
Everyone thinks I'm so short though.
Yeah.
I'm not that short. We got a Claire coffee raid with some of our foodie friends.
Hey,
Hi,
Claire.
Claire.
Last time.
Hello, we tasted it. Hello to Odigito. Hello, Sahi. Welcome, welcome, Matt M. Good to see everyone. How was stream today, Claire? How did everything turn out? And thank you so much for sharing your community with us. Hello, Game with Dolly. We have arrived. Hi, Chef. Bringing the crew with you. You made the Maddie Matheson BLT. Oh, deadly. It was good. So good. And I saw you also made a mango mojito. How did that turn out? I love how this camera just is doing its own thing. What? We can also turn down the heat. Sam's telling me this is crisis mode over here. We gotta add more broth to the risotto. Maybe the sweetness from the mushrooms. Oh yeah, I'm not the best. Hi, I'm left-handed. Hi, my name's Kate. Is it good? Okay. It was sweet, but so good. Oh, you taste it? Claire stream was so tasty. The BLT leaked juices. Mmm, the fresh tomato, right? The drink would make you drunk. You know it's dangerous when, right? Yeah, you know it's like, this tastes too good. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. So right now on the go, everyone that's popping in here, we have some chanterelle mushroom risotto to go with our coffee crusted rack of lamb. And we got some carrots roasting as well in the oven with just a little bit of thyme. Oh, he even candies the bacon in the BLT. That's dirty and I love it. So if you want to save the recipes that we're making from stream today, pop up all those links for you. You have 3 there. Explains everything really well. Oh, Sam's starting to grate the cheese and it looks way too good. This is the finisher for the risotto, right? Is grated Parmesan cheese. I just made a mess of the stovetop. Yeah, candied bacon with maple syrup. Does it get more Canadian than that? Cheese, cheese, cheese it up. Yeah, Parmigiano Reggiano. Yeah, the kitchen is a mess. Isn't that always the case? Hey, Claire? It's like, yes, we cooked all this tasty food, but is someone gonna come and clean all this up? That'd be nice. Okay, just giving this a stir.
You can see the salt crystals in it. All the little happiness dots.
Yeah, so all of those little circles, that's where the salt is starting to crystallize. And the cheese is starting to dry out as it ages. It's losing a bit of moisture. Healthy amount of cheese.
Here.
Holy, yes, please. That's like when you're out at an Italian spot or anywhere that offers fresh grated cheese at the table, you never tell them to stop. The waiter keeps looking at you like,
Go get another brick, man.
yeah.
I didn't tell you to stop.
Did I say stop? I really want to go to a spot and just like troll them as big as I can with that. Is the timer going off? Oh, the timer's going off. We got to go outside. Hello. Not yet? What is the reading? 100 degrees Fahrenheit internal for the lamb. And we are going to be cooking the lamb to medium rare temp internal. One thing with lamb and like specifically other game meats as well that are nice and dark, you don't want to overcook them because they really dry out and get kind of chewy. And then you also don't want to undercook. You don't want to really have rare lamb or rare duck even, because then it also stays like kind of chewy and you don't break down the connective tissue in there enough, as well as rendering the fat from the lamb too, right? That's why we push it to medium rare and it's just perfect. It should melt in your mouth. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Go get the other brick. So Sammy is thinking we need just a little bit more broth in here, but that rice is very close. I've only been doing 1 ladle.
You're gonna need 2.
Okay. Sammy says we need 2 ladles. This is gonna be very full.
That should finish it off.
Okay. So give this a stir.
You're at like
85% of the way. Oh, that's the thing. Ah! It's too dangerous. No.
Okay. Ah!
No.
No!
The creaminess is starting to pull the nice starches from the rice. So a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that risotto has like cream or whipping cream inside of
No
it.
cream.
Absolutely not. That should not be included inside of risotto. If you're having to add cream, you probably didn't cook it correctly. Yeah, so we always keep adding more stock or broth when we notice that the rice is starting to look dry, or sometimes it likes to try and stick on the bottom even. Yeah, start tossing the Rizzo. Oh, bunk. You crazy. Kit, what about apple juice? In Rizzo? You're loco. I mean, a little bit, maybe. Maybe if you were serving it with like a pork and herbs, that could be nice. Yeah, the rondo for risotto. It's perfect, Samovar. Cairo, not a huge risotto fan, but you do like an arancini ball with the leftovers. Yes, Eric. The risotto is done when the rice kernels are cooked through, but not mushy. And then also the sauce that the rice is in is not too thick and it's not too thin. So I'll show you what we should be looking for when you put the risotto on the plate. That's kind of how you know that you did it right. It's like when you put it on the plate, it should spread out just a touch, but should not be surrounded by like loose liquid. And it also shouldn't just like stay in one big mound. That means it's too thick. It sounds complicated, but it's not. I think a lot of people just like to overthink this part of cooking the risotto. Yeah, exactly, Levion Rose. Keep adjusting, not to have to get the broth right the first time. And like most recipes, they measure out the broth, but I always think they're off.
This is the happiest we could be.
Yeah, right. So
Fresh
Zach,
salmon.
his dad and his grandpa went up island fishing yesterday. This entire container they brought over. They got all their limits for halibut as well as spring salmon. So
45-pound halibut yesterday.
yeah, 45-pound halibut. Insane. That's really big. So yeah, our day tomorrow, after we come back home from seeing Jima, we're making a bunch of Wellingtons and fish cakes for them for the freezer. And that's the last. We're like, that's it, guys. Can't do any more. They just did it for the halibut.
You know it.
I'm jelly too. Okay. Go back, serious view. I'm gonna get a spoon. You can go fishing on Vancouver Island? Yes. There's such good fish in here.
Going outside and grabbing carrots.
Sammy's going out to grab the carrots, he says. Glistening along. We want to peek there. It's looking good, hey? Oh, there's no peek when Sammy stands in front of the camera. Oh, the sizzles though. Yes. How's the lamb? Not yet. Yeah, I went fishing here in 2019. It had to be before the pandemic because ever since the pandemic, for fishing is the Department of Fisheries and Ocean, so the DFO, you're not allowed to go fishing with anyone other than your family relation.
How much was close for you on that?
I didn't taste it yet.
Oh.
Let us see. It's pretty perfect. It is perfect.
Okay.
All you have to do is mix the cheese in and then add some salt.
Cheese should give quite a bit of salt.
That's why I said cheese and then salt. Does it get butter? Honestly, with the amount of butter we sauteed the onions in, I don't think I'm gonna butter.
Nope.
So I'm just gonna group up all of that parm in the parchment and come on over. Yeah, we started with straight butter, Eric. Healthy amount of cheese, yep. And I have now turned that pot off. It's just staying warm. Now I'm just gonna kind of move it over a bit. You can still see. Maybe I'll go this way. Just off of the heat as we mix this in. And the cheese will thicken a bit too, right? So that's why kind of leave a little bit of juice on the top.
Oh, you can put it there.
Oh, sure, that could be nice. That's a nice little view. Yeah. So the rice is cooked through but not falling apart. The broth is creamy but not thick. Risotto is just such a nice, like it's almost just a complete dish on its own. You can add so many different types of flavorings into it and different veggies and stuff. I really love the versatility of it. I think it's a great dish for vegetarians too. Okay. So always mix in the cheese at the end and off of the heat. Otherwise, you're just gonna cook it on the bottom of the pot and it won't actually emulsify into the risotto. You don't wanna cook it on the bottom of the pot because then you're just throwing it in the garbage. Well, that cheese is way too expensive to do that. So now that we mixed in the cheese, I'm gonna have another taste. Because that cheese was salty, we don't salt before that. I'm also gonna have a little mushroom bite with it. That's honestly perfect. The mushrooms have just like the perfect little kind of chewy texture. The rice is like perfectly cooked where you bite it and then it just melts into your mouth. And now our carrots and the lamb should be done pretty momentarily. Oh, the lamb's already off. I didn't even see it. I'm here with the risotto. Oh, there's the spoon. I was like, where'd I put this spoon? Craziness. Okay, so start with a bit of salt. We can always add more, but we can't take it away.
Hey, that's what we're doing tomorrow. That's hilarious. TK Sala.
Yeah, tikka sella. Thanks so much for your salmon Wellington stream. Little individual pies are now a saute and bake staple in your freezer. Combine 2 recipes so that the topping has cream cheese and wilted spinach inside, and then you always make fresh dill caper creme fraiche to go with it.
Hey.
Amazing. You don't know honestly how happy and proud that makes me. Like,
Well,
we are doing something here.
Zach's never had it before. Now that's all they want.
Yeah.
So that's for the 3. That's all 3 of their fishes combined.
And hi, Lauren, and hi, Torino. Okay, one more taste. Might need a touch more salt. Do we want some pepper in here too?
You can put some pepper in.
I like pepper with my risotto. It kind of complements the cheese and the mushroom. That needed like the smallest sprinkle of salt. Wow. That's great. No, I like the saw and bake better. A thaw and bake, it's more like saw and bake.
I saw it in the fridge.
saw it and I had to bake it. Way too much fun today. All right, I'm gonna get a couple plates out. And we're pretty much good to go, friends.
4 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now.
104?
Yeah.
Holy, we got a heat wave today. Sunday, Sunday? Yeah, it is a shorter stream today, Lauren. It's our anniversary, and then it's also Father's Day, so I'll go spend a bit of time with my dad later. Move this.
1 year ago, we got married on stream. And it was the best wedding ever.
Thanks, Lauren. So we're just waiting on the carrots?
Yeah.
Madness, I tell ya.
Waiting on carrots and letting the lamb rest.
Okay, while we're waiting, just open this up a bit. There's our 2 plates. We're gonna open this stuff up. So this was made, we linked the YouTube video to the last time we made this. So it's dates, you cook them a bit, right?
Yeah.
You cook the dates a little bit down with some liquid, and then there is like a prepared sweet mango chutney that it gets mixed with. There's chili peppers, different spices in there too. So
And we
good.
made halibut cakes.
Wow, that's kind of weird, but 'tis the season, right? Yeah, you're visiting your dad later. I thought we're having dinner. Sammy linked the YouTube to the last time we did this so you can see exactly how we did the chutney up.
Should just walk down the stairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're out of spoons. That's always a scary time. Okay, we're gonna need a cutting board.
Yep.
Stand up that bag on the side. Cutting board for the lamb. Rizzo's just chilling beside us here.
You want double bone lollipops or single bone lollipops?
I think we should do double because they're quite small.
You can
And then
take
I'm
one plate
just
up.
thinking about if I have any other garnishes to do on here. I think just a nice little drizzle of oil around. Do you think we'll need Maldon for the lamb? So just a nice single origin olive oil just to bring the plate together. And now we're just waiting on the carrots, friends.
Carrots are just resting. I'm just literally waiting.
Oh, okay, so we're resting the lamb and resting the carrots while we're here. Easy peasy. That was so quick. So quick. Like, I think most couples, there's always usually just one person that does most of the cooking, right? But we're here today to show you that it can be also fun to learn together, work together in the kitchen and create a dish together,
I'm
right?
so stressed.
Might have to discipline your partner a bit when you first start, but then everything goes great. This guy. Sometimes. That coffee. Okay, list is gone. Is it ready? It's done resting? I'll cut the lamb.
I think I made it perfect.
Sammy says he thinks he made it perfect. Lauren, spanking him in the kitchen. Yeah, where's the big Twitch platter that they sent us? No, we can't. That's TOS. Thanks, Twitch. Yeah, we're fancy today, Dreaded Rasta. We pulled out the chanterelles. It's true. Yeah, it's true. We cooked fancy today for our own selves. Because why not? Okay.
That's the pattern.
We're waiting like 2 moments. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. So hold tight. I'll be right back. And then it's time. I didn't even touch him. Where are your minds going today? It's not Freaky Friday. This is Sunday. But I like where your minds are at. Yes, I do. He fears for his life. Okay, it's Slappy Sunday. Yeah, the Kate Devil. Look at this goodness. So coffee crusted. You can see how it kind of shrinks up a bit when you cook it. Look at the juices kind of running off the sides. Then the back side. Yeah, haven't even finished our first cup here, Torino. One thing I will do, can we pick that off? Just off of the bone. It wasn't perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna cut in portions of 2 bones together because I feel that these racks are quite small. So if we did a single slice of the bone, a bit small. And then, well, you have the option to cut it in half yourself at the table, which is quite nice.
Serena, you have to make it this way.
Yeah, lamb is so good like this. Like the coffee really complements the flavor. So all we do, I usually just hold both of the bones together with my hand.
Cut the other direction. You'll see.
Cut the other direction? Oh, I guess. So Sam says, turn it towards you so you can see, because sometimes the bones have an angle as we keep going. And follow the angle, he says. So get your knife there. And then just nice cuts all the way down.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh my god.
Phew.
Oh. Whew.
A second year of marriage can begin. This was the test.
Shit. Oh, I was shaking at the knees, chat.
It's not really leaking too much juices either, so that's also why you let it rest.
Oh, that's perfect. Whew.
You still got it, my dear. You still got it. I'm not slicing the other one yet, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Not until I see that man walk down the stairs.
He was sweating. You should have seen him on this side. He held his breath. Washing my lamb hands. And then it's time for plate up. Can you please just grab a few of the red sorrel leaves?
Yeah.
Some of the smaller ones if possible. That's just my little garnish that I like. It's super colorful on the plate. Nice little garden green. Okay, I think we'll plate both of these at the same time. Either of us could have called off the marriage yet. If I messed up the risotto or if Sam messed up the lamb. Okay, so as this sat, you can see how it's totally absorbed some of the liquid. I'm just gonna go over and put a little touch of broth in. Not much though, because we're not gonna cook it out, right? But that is what always happens to Rizzo. When it sits, it absorbs the liquid.
A little tight.
So just a little small amount. Because if you put too much broth, then you have to fool around with the seasoning again and all that. So just go a bit at a time and it should loosen right on up. Just go right on my plate so I can show you. Beautiful. One more small amount still. Sammy's trying his masterpiece. Badly cooked lamb has ended marriages, Torino? Interesting. Yummies?
Seared off in a pan just to get the flat and backside
The crusted here.
seared and crusted. And you'll see the cooked line going through it. And you just want about a 1/4 inch, not even, around. And then into the oven, 400 degrees for 22 minutes to come out medium. Ish.
So always plate your starch off center to allow room to fill up the rest of the plate.
Sometimes I wonder how things turn out perfectly.
Next up, I'm bringing the carrots over. Look at how those roasted up. With just thyme, olive oil, salt, and pepper. So just give them a little toss. Looks so nice. Pop those down. Kind of on the risotto if you want. Looks nice.
Your chanterelles from Paul's garden.
Yeah.
Paul's
Yeah, we're feeding Paul his own chanterelles from his property. Tuck that in. One more bit for myself. A couple more for you. Next. And now, so I'm gonna put 2 pieces of that lamb on my plate. First one is gonna go on to the risotto. Second one is going to go off on the side like that. There's Sama's. Just coming over with a knife. And I think the biggest thing if you're cooking with someone else in the kitchen is just always communicating. Like not being afraid to ask for help. All of the above.
I don't think it's just your responsibility to do something. Help the other person that you're working with.
Oh shoot.
As much as she doesn't want the help.
That.
She wants the help.
Yeah, Dust knows. Behind. Okay, so after you stop working in the restaurant, how many times when you're like out in public, you almost say behind?
Now that is a to-go plate.
Holy frick. Or corner?
Corner.
Corner.
I do that all the time in grocery stores still.
Or when you're coming out of the fridge, you knock.
Yep.
Knock, knock, knock. Okay, I just got to get some of this chutney on. I don't have any more spoons available. So the chutney is supposed to mainly go with the lamb, so I'm just gonna make a little bit of room over by the carrots here. You always want to, if you're pairing a sauce with the meat, put that sauce by the meat. A bit for Sam, and then our final couple garnishes here. It's all good, Lauren. Never upset that you have other things going on in your life.
What's going on?
Okay, this is called red sorrel. It's like a sour little green leaf that obviously is edible. Wouldn't be putting it on the plate if it wasn't. Just like to stick the little pieces around. It's nice with the carrots. Goes with the sweetness. Just pinch little bits of that and it adds a nice little pop of color to that. And then lastly, so see how there's a nice bit of white around the plate too? That's what we're always watching for. So you don't have to always fill up the plate. It looks better if there is some white space. And that really just finishes it off. Because the oil slick draws your eye kind of around the plate, right? It's very intriguing looking. It's like, what is all of this? Hi, Titan. How are you? Okay, so this is how I would present it to you. That's how I'm going to take a photo for me. And then we get to eat. Might have to wipe my lens a bit. Thank you very much, Eric. Yeah, hopefully we are able to teach everyone a bit more about risotto today, as well as how to cook lamb just perfect. I mean, that's mostly Sam, but I was there helping. I helped too, I swear. That looks beautiful. Nom, thanks, Claire. Okay. How did we do? Now we get to destroy it. I'm someone that likes to keep things mostly separate when I first start eating. Holy. The first bit of lamb is the best, right? I think I'm just gonna lollipop it for ease of munching with you. That's what I mean. Even if you do a double bone slice for the plate, then you give your person the ability to cut it again at the table. Like you can see as I cut that, it's so tender, it's almost falling apart. I'm honestly just gonna go for the dip and a bite. So coffee crusted lamb, a little bit of date mango chutney. You can see some chilies in there too. Mmm. Mm-hmm. If you weren't told it's lamb, you would never know. Honestly, with the coffee and spice crust, and then the date and mango chutney, like the sweet and sour sort of playing off, it's so good. If I was a challenger on Iron Chef, what would I hope the theme ingredient would be? Oh, heck, I have no idea. I'd be down with anything, right? So the taste of the coffee rub. Okay, let me just finish this bite and then I'll bite off that nice little cap there for you, Eric. It's like earthy. And then with the lamb fat, it goes almost like creamy. Almost like latte-y. Like a creamy coffee. But yeah, I don't find it bitter at all. Like not at all. And then, like I said, it just complements the nice strong meats so well. And then it also helps the caramelization too, right? Oh, so you already have the coffee rub. So any game meats as well as beef, you're good to go, Eric. I didn't actually know that, Bonk. Tofu? I don't know how you would get the rub to adhere onto the tofu.
Mustard, hot sauce, anything really, I guess. Reminder. Mustard probably the best.
Okay, now I want to see how the rest of the plate adds up. Yeah, the Iron Chef. So they choose three possible theme ingredients. Well, that's kind of how they do the like Kitchen League on Food Beast too. Is they're already told ahead of time what they're using, so they can plan for it. I would say like most cooking shows that does happen in the background, because even like the cooking challenge that I competed in culinary school, we were still given the main ingredients, so it was super fair for everyone. Okay, taste.
Oh shit. We got kicked W's in the chat.
Beer and chanterelle risotto. Money.
And
It's so nice and light. Like, it's not heavy feeling at all.
my
The
old,
mushrooms are awesome.
my old chef went on Chopped. I talked to Phil about Top Chef. It's not a lot of. It's a lot of reading the night, like days beforehand. There's a lot of time in between shows. He said.
Okay, so the carrots totally needed more salt from what I added there. And they have a bit of crunch still. I guess it's just the way that we cut them up. It's not super consistent. Some of them are fatter. But hey, that's a-okay. Not everyone is perfect. So the risotto, the taste, like I said, it's almost very light tasting and like buttery. It does have a nice rich flavor from the stock that we use. So like pork and beef. That carrot was so sweet that I just ate. It's like caramel. I'll have one more bite. Oh, one of Sam's old chefs.
Let's see if we can find the video.
Has a really nice light mushroom flavor as well, and it does depend on the mushroom that you use in your risotto. So like chanterelles are not a very heavy and strong flavored mushroom. They're more floral than anything and very light, which is why I thought they would be really nice in the risotto, because then they don't overtake the rest of the dish, right? Whereas like something like a shiitake would be quite strong in mushroom flavor. And I think the lamb and itself is like the main part of the dish still, right? It's really yummy though. Like seriously, such a perfect cook. Hello, Nallyverse. Yeah, the base flavor will be mainly the broth you use, because that's what the rice absorbs when it cooks. Even destroyed, the plate looks so heckin' good. Like you can literally just go for a swipe. Or at least I know I can. The spices in the chutney make it. Okay. We did it, friends. And honestly, looking around, didn't really make a mess.
No.
Too bad.
Well, it helps having the chutney done ahead of time and the spices done ahead of time.
A bit of lamb fat in my teeth there. I was like, if I smile, this will be bad. Thank you, Bonk, for posting your story, or my story. Not your story, that's mine, that's me. Oh, most days in here, Nally. Like if I took a photo from previous Saturdays and Fridays that we cook for a lot of our friends, it's like 4 loads of dishes in the dishwasher. Remember Rob Feeney was a challenger on Iron Chef America? He's a legend, Canadian chef legend. Name another Vancouver chef who you believe would be a worthy challenger. Oh, probably our friend Gus. He did a quick stint at Noma, and now he has his own restaurant in Vancouver. It's called Published on Main. Or yeah, his other good friend Phil. But Phil was on Top Chef? Yeah. Our other friend was on Top Chef Canada as well. Holy smokies. All right. We crushed it. We did great today.
Master
Chat.
of Splits. If you want to go check out a restaurant, check out this one.
Are you putting a link? Master of Splits, link incoming. Yeah, like Bong versed so well yesterday. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Lauren. Happy summer solstice. Solstice. I can't say that word. I always say solstice. Happy Father's Day as well to all the dads out there. Going back to napping. Love you too, Lauren. Okay, we're gonna find someone to raid.
Sonara.
Okay. Excuse me. Belch of approval for the chef. Tojo? Nice. Hi, my drops. Hi, bye. Yeah, here's to another amazing year of cooking, happy marriages. Okay, we're gonna go raid one of my other favorite food and drink streamers, Kanara. She often hangs out here. Do I have lamb all over my face? Yeah, I do. Yeah, Joe Fortes tonight. Be there or be square. Okay, I'm setting it up, friends. What's Kanara up to today?
No idea.
Oh, okay. Thought maybe you took a peek. Yeah, you did it, Sammy. You're still alive.
Still alive.
All right. Last weekend of Maine cooking before we start packing up and get ready for our move to start building out our food truck. So thanks so much, friends, for the amazing year, amazing last week of food and cooking, inspiration, lots of learning as well, right? So all of our recipes that we cooked this week are in our Discord if you need to search for them. We're gonna maybe go for a bike ride. Sam says he wants to test out his legs, so I guess we'll see. But we're gonna go enjoy the rest of the day. Take care, friends. Once again, happy Father's Day to everyone who's celebrating. Hope you have a good one. And just thanks for all of the love as always. Thanks for the awesome hype train as well. Lots of food biddies going towards our food truck fund. I think that's all I gotta think. Yeah, don't hurt your tri-tip. Oh, he already did tighten. Okay, so we'll see everyone. Are we back next Thursday then?
Yeah, or we can, if you wanted to, we could do the fish tomorrow. That's up to you.
Okay, stay tuned on Discord. I'll be posting what's going on tomorrow. So see you then. Okay, I'm gonna hit this button. Bye, love you guys.
Bye!